So thank you and welcome. My name is Cliff and it's my pleasure to take you on a tour of Paragon. I would like to acknowledge the peoples of the Kulin Nation who are the traditional custodians of the site where this building is located, and I pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. I also extend this respect to any Indigenous participants joining with us today. Paragon is located in the northern edge of Melbourne's Hoddle Grid at the corner of La Trobe and Queen Streets. The predominant feature and presentation of the site is the former Celtic Club, a heritage building dating from 1876, which has been used as a hotel and club for most of its existence. The challenges and design inquiry for us for this new building are manifold, but hinge on a few key questions. The challenges of a compact site and how to best work with a compact tower footprint. How do we create a sense of identity both on the inside and outside? And how do we want to live in the city? How can a building help to scaffold that experience? So let's start briefly on the outside. The facade of the heritage building is retained, dilapidated areas are carefully restored, and internally new floors and walls are harmonized with the facade openings. Above, we have a tower with a very efficient floor plate footprint of around 400 square meters. There is limited opportunity here to sculpt the form without transgressing minimum setbacks. So instead we embrace the singular slender proportion of the tower and articulate the facade with a graphic identity and expression that's visible in the round and also visible from the inside of the building. This expression reinterprets Celtic motifs in a distinct yet changing pattern that graduates up the building and opens up from the city rise to the mid-rise to the sky rise. So let's go inside. The architectural design of the interior spaces focuses on identity and the experience of city living. In the case of Paragon, we've drawn on the idea of the city club, the cosmopolitan conveniences of urban lifestyles with opportunities for community enriched with proximity to nature, and the home itself as a private sanctuary from that intensity of the city. The lobby is the first engagement with the interior of the building and is a deliberately pared back space in a simple tonal material palette of grey terrazzo and Carrara that is in juxtaposition with the city street and offering a moment to recompose and decompress. Corridor spaces throughout the building are treated as exaggerated thresholds and theatrical chromatic moments. This golden link connecting from the lobby to a timber-clad lift bank. Let's then explore the city club, or the club spaces which form the building community amenities, and these are located across levels 5 to 7 of the building. The first space we enter into is the green heart of this residence club. This is a multi-sensory space over 11 meters in height, an open air terrace with flowing water and significant deep planting volume for trees, which will eventually reach up to 3 stories in height in the space. You can see in this image, the diagrid of the facade is also visible through the trees as it is visible from many internal aspects and provide a reminder of the building's outward identity, as well as a sense of further privacy and protection for those within. This landscaping extends up the walls lining the 3 stories of the building core, which is exposed on these floors, forming a green backdrop once you are in the space. And there are numerous informal seating zones which offer easy to claim spaces for residents. Adjoining the green terrace is a number of pavilion-like indoor-outdoor mixed-mode spaces, all connected by the consistent language of these pivoting steel doors. Here we have a library, meeting, and workspace. In each area, we have worked with a consistent wall treatment of rich black butt timber with a dado shadow line that references the semantics of oak wainscoting in a more traditional city club. Throughout these community spaces, this wall paneling treatment or wall treatment is layered with living green in different proportions of the monochromatic stones in black, gray, and white. Here we have a lounge space, And it was important for us to provide numerous nooks and seating modes throughout all the amenities to help scaffold those informal opportunities for community building, where residents can linger in a shared space, comfortably claim a portion of it for themselves while in the company of others. These are not large spaces. In fact, with the compact floor plate of the tower, we have very domestic dimensions of apartment living rooms and bedrooms to work with in these amenity spaces. You can see in this section, we have worked with these 3 floors of the amenities to offer a variety of compressive and expansive volumes that create an exaggerated sense of spaciousness and generosity in these community areas. Monolithic formal elements such as marble-clad columns help to draw the eye upwards and emphasize that spatial volume. Traveling through here, we have a dining space and bar, and then a whole floor for wellness, yoga, exercise, pool, sauna, and spa. Now let's travel up the tower and have a look at some of the apartment floors. The building is split into 3 main rises, and apartments are typically designed with shallow and wide proportions for great access to light. And the majority of apartments also have a corner aspect. Moving into the apartments, these are private sanctuaries, restful and pared back in their internal expression. The design focuses on simple, clean lines with wonderfully tactile handles and touch points, so that visual and physical engagement with the interior architecture of the building is always a delight. This is all rendered in a tonal and textural palette for a home environment that is easy for residents to style and personalize. In most apartments, you can also see the facade treatment of the diagrid appear across 2 or 3 panels of glazing, almost as a thank you, almost as a leitmotif, a gentle reminder of the external building identity visible from within, as well as a comforting suggestion of a further line of protection beyond the glass. Thank you.